Hey friends, welcome. I am starting a brand new series. This is my fourth composition notebook art journal, and I'm calling it my shorty art journal because it's half-sized. I rounded the corners myself, and I just made a video on how to put it together. I found this hole punch on clearance somewhere for $3, so I grabbed it because I thought, I'll probably find some purpose for that. And then these books I took from a declutter job that I did. They're just old reference books and some kids books. And I thought the reference books I thought were kind of interesting because they have a lot of botanicals. And then I'm just pulling a stack of messy papers that are just sitting next to me to kind of start collaging on the first page. And I love these little botanical pages. So I'm just going to tear a few out and create like little collage rectangles. At this point, I have no idea what I'm doing. And okay, so I'm learning like with making videos and tutorials and stuff, it's can be kind of tricky when your process is very intuitive to be like, okay, step one, do this, step two, do this. But the nice thing is I can kind of do that in reverse, but that's not how my brain works while I'm doing something. I typically just start with materials that kind of catch my eye or feel interesting. I wanted to have some contrast with the botanicals, so I got some of these papers that I have prepared in the past with just book pages and black paint. And so I'm just kind of stamping out various designs, and then I'll try to figure out what to do with them next. So my last video I did was more of a tutorial. I was trying to just show how I prepare my composition notebooks, because as I've worked through the various series, I'll get questions on, well, how do you prepare it? So it's very, very simple. You just tear out some pages to thin it out so it's not just like super duper thick. And then I glue 2 pages back to back. I did receive several comments saying that they use composition notebooks and they can do it without gluing pages back to back. So yeah, go for it. Try it out and see what you like. I just like a little bit extra thickness, even though composition notebooks are very flimsy to work with. You're not working with high quality paper by any means. So you really can't do things like watercolors directly on the paper. So I just glue in watercolor paper when I want to play with watercolors. That's how I do it. I'm on a pretty tight budget when it comes to my hobbies. So it feels very gratifying to me to be able to use cheap supplies and stretch my dollars. As you can see, I'm not worried about gluing things down that overlap the edge because you can just trim off the edge. And I am kind of not lining everything up perfectly, but yet it is vertical and horizontal, as opposed to sometimes you might collage and kind of have it go every which way. Sometimes you might tear your pieces. So even though I started out with the hole punch that was rectangular and I thought maybe that I would keep that consistent, now I'm kind of just filling in and cutting them down to different sizes, which is fine. So I'm always kind of thinking about how I'm spacing out things that are similar. So like the black and white pages and the colorful pages, so that they're hopefully kind of balanced. I'm putting matte medium on here. I'm just trying to kind of like tone down the brightness of the background, because there's like some bright colors and then there's the black. And then I realize as I'm smearing around, whatever marker I used must have been very water soluble because it's smearing all over the place. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. And then I'm going to mute it just a little bit more with just some white acrylic paint. I'm going to try to put it on really thin though, because I do want to see my background. I don't want to cover it up completely, but I just want to kind of just mute it a little bit more. And then next I'm going to do some stencils with modeling paste, which kind of gives it that embossed look, that raised look. So I'm choosing this one. I put kind of a piece of paper behind the first page in case anything goes over the edge. It's just a little easier to keep it clean. And then I use a palette knife and I just smush it into the stencil. I did tape it down. Did I already say that? I don't know if you noticed that. I did tape it down just so it won't wiggle. And this modeling paste is getting a little bit older. It's getting kind of drier and thicker, but it's actually easier to work with that way, I think. It's very, very pasty. So, and then I'm using the silicone scraper brush. You can use an old credit card or something like that too. Works just fine. to smooth out the top. And then it's so satisfying to me to peel it up, and you have this like beautiful embossed looking raised design. So then you need to make sure it's dry all the way. And then I didn't record somehow. I took a gold Posca marker and just colored on top of my stencil, my raised stencil. And then I took that glitter paint that I just showed you and covered the whole page with it. Okay, so I'm writing my quote with a Posca marker, and it is, I think you should sing no matter what you sound like, and draw or paint or make art no matter what it looks like. I like to choose quotes that either I know that I need to remind myself of, or just kind of the mindset or mental attitude that I always want to make sure that I maintain. And for me, you know, having a YouTube channel, sometimes there's like this weird like pressure on yourself to, oh, I have to perform to a certain standard, but really, like, I'm just trying to have fun, and you can love it or hate it or whatever. I'm just having fun and sharing it with you. So I do hope that you are inspired. So I am going to start doing something new. I'm going to create a recipe for you for each page that I do. So I'm going to include a list of ingredients or consumable products and tools that I've used, and then just outline the steps that I took to create the page. So even though I don't usually start that way for myself, if I'm working intuitively, I thought it might be helpful. So here's what recipe for page 1 shorty book looks like. I've had this idea for a while because cooking does not come intuitive to me. At least it did not when I first started. And so I'd always have to follow recipes. So I thought, you know, I know that a lot of people who watch my videos are trying to kind of get ideas and like learn how to do things step by step. So here we go. So we've got my list of ingredients. Of course, you're going to start out with your, in this case, half-sized composition notebook, and then choose 3 or 4 different types of collage papers. If you have modeling paste, that's fun to play with. I used Posca markers, but you can use any kind of acrylic marker, or you can experiment with whatever you have to see if it'll work. I used glitter paint. I used folk art rose gold. So then I'm kind of separating like the consumable things from the tools. So you'll always want to have scissors, glue stick, scotch tape, stencils. I use that hole punch. I mean, it's very specific. It's not like you have to go buy one. And if you wanted to do rectangles, you could certainly just cut them. But if you had other hole punches, you could play around with that. It could be really cool. And then of course you're going to need a palette knife and some kind of scraper for the stencil with the modeling paste. And then I just reversed engineered the steps that I took as I look back. So hopefully this is helpful. I know some of you will really appreciate it. Other, you know, you've already watched the video, you know what to do. So anyway, have a very blessed week and come back and hang out with me again.